we met at this fine establishment. My good friend Charlotte and I had gone out because it was the Monday of College World Series. We got off work, we went out, and this was when the bars closed at 1. And I said, I want to check out this 415 place. You know, I've been curious about it.
Yeah, one of my friends decided to bring her over on a night that I'm normally closed. It's a Monday night during the World Series.
It was the only Monday out of the whole year that he was even open. And he was closed, and we still came.
I figure that's kind of fate in a way to meet somebody on a night like that.
We pull up, and Demetri, I don't know if he was gonna lock the door or what he was gonna do, but he opened the door and popped his head out and saw Charlotte, recognized her car, big smile, and just shook his head. You know, like, gosh, what are these two doing here?
My DJs already stopped playing music, and I ready to lock the door up, and all of a sudden there's two drunk girls who want to come in and hang out. I'm like, whoa.
So we came in, and the DJ had already put all of his stuff away.
I don't know if that can happen, guys. My DJ's all done, we gotta go. It's like, no, we'll pay. We'll make the DJ play our CD. I'm like, oh, God.
We really wanted to listen to our new Black Eyed Peas CD that we got. So we paid him like $50 or $100, I don't remember what we paid him, to set all of his stuff back up, and so we could play this CD.
They convinced the DJ for some reason to play for another 3.5 hours.
And we ended up being here till about 4 in the morning or so.
It's 5 of us here, and they dance on the bar. It was a good thing. They were the only ones that had fun. Me, I was looking, I'm like, okay, they're interesting.
I was working for the World Herald Advertising at the time. I had a list of businesses and contact names that I had gotten from the rep before me, and I always saw his name. And so I knew his name, and I actually already had his number. I convinced him that we needed to get together to talk about his advertising.
I was here for 7 years when I first met her, and I never advertised. Our first day was a lunch business meeting.
We went to Cali Taco, talked advertising.
It was an easy sell for her because I was trying to go an extra step with her, and if I would say no, I would probably not see her again.
That was real cute. He had a really cute accent. I mean, I could tell from the beginning, the first night I met him, that he wanted to hang out more.
Everybody tells me don't get married to anybody that you meet through your bar, but that case was totally different. And Melissa is a girl that she's down to earth. She's very beautiful, pretty girl. She has a good heart.
He is very open-minded. He accepts everybody for who they are. It's kind of a weird schedule because obviously I work during the day and he works at night.
Our times don't really match very well.
We like to go out for a nice dinner, but it always ends up with us coming here. I'll sit at my spot at the end of the bar.
Yeah, she sits on the first bar stool always.
And you know, make sure that the beer cooler and the Bacardi's not overflowing. One of the first conversations we were having, and he said, I didn't save today. And I'm like, you didn't save? And he goes, yeah, I didn't save today. And I go, well, what didn't you save? He goes, save, I did not save today. And I go, oh, shave.
It's not my fault. I keep telling you it's the English language that's messed up. You can have like 5 different words sounding the same, spelled different, pronouncing different, so.
You know, I mix them up too. Like the word for dog in Greek is skilos.
The little dog in Greek is skilaki.
Somewhere in my head, if you want to add little to a Greek word, you add like aki or taki or something like that. I don't really know if that's true.
And every time she's trying to say that word, she says skilotaki.
He's like, babe.
Don't say that word, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, is that not right? Not skilotaki? And he goes, no, that's women's underwear.
If you take the S out and you leave the rest of the word, kilotaki, it means like little underwear for ladies. It's just like, oh my God, really?
So a couple months after we met, he went to Greece and he was gone for a few weeks. His mom actually came back with him, living at his house for probably 6 months. And then his sister came and surprised their mom for Christmas. And then I met the whole extended family when we went over to Greece.
I mean, I had to bribe her somehow to make her fall in love with me. So I had to take her to Greece the first year I met her. And when you take her to 2 of the most popular islands in the world, you gain little brownie points there, so.
My big fat Greek wedding, it's not that far off. I mean, everybody's really excited and everybody's really passionate and very loving and hugs.
And then a year went by, she still kept me around, so I'm like, okay, you want to go back to Greece? She's like, sure. So we went to Greece again 2 years later, and I'm like, she's not going anywhere now.
Things that drive me nuts about Demetri. I can think of the obvious ones, the farting, the burping, you know, just your typical guy things.
After a night of drinking, and thank God it doesn't happen very often, she'll let loose and I don't mind, you know, I'll take her home so she's fine. But she's always gonna be upset about something.
The dishes in the sink, and he'll drop something on the floor and he'll leave it there.
Every time that she's gonna be drunk, there's something wrong.
He'll eat late at night when he gets home from work, and he'll leave napkins sitting on the table. Well, Libby loves to eat napkins, and he still leaves them there. So every morning I get up and it's all ripped up. I'm like, throw your napkins away.
And I kept letting her, and you don't care, why don't you care? I'm like, because we go through that every time you get drunk. Tomorrow, if you remember it and you still have a problem, I'll talk to you about it. But right now, I'm not gonna make a big deal about this.
I actually knew that he had the ring. We went down to Kansas City for the weekend because I had gotten him an early Christmas present to go see the Chiefs.
She got some football tickets for the Kansas City Chiefs game against Green Bay, which Kansas City won. Doesn't happen very often.
I booked the hotel, got the tickets, drove down there, whatever, did everything. We get to the hotel and we go up to the room. I walk in and it's a suite, and I was like, oh, awesome. I'm like, I didn't know I booked this.
This is not a normal room, it's a little bigger. It's like, did I do that?
And walking a little bit further, and I see chocolate-covered strawberries and champagne. I'm like, did I do this? Who did this? And I turn around and I look at Demetri, and he's like, I don't know, who did this?
I'm behind her, I'm like, okay, maybe you didn't. I called during the day and I asked, can you upgrade it and throw a little bottle of champagne and some covered chocolate strawberries? And
he got down on one knee. He had actually had the ring in his coat pocket in a box that was wrapped up like a present.
And I figure it's like a present. It's not like I've ever asked anybody else to marry me before. So I'm like, I'm gonna pop it out and she can take it, do whatever.
So he's already down on one knee, but he has to undo the wrapping paper and the bow. He has to take off the box. He has to get the box out of the box.
By the time I realize I have to open it, I have to unwrap the damn thing. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of work.
And then he opens up the ring. And then I must have said yes then, or I said yes while he was down there, I don't remember. I mean, I got a ring and he got a football game, so.
Melissa is the one girl that she understands what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and she trusts me to death pretty much. And her trust is everything for me, and that's all I want her to do. I will never mess it up. I'm too old anyway. Who's gonna see this guy anymore?
I look forward to, just having a family with them and parenting more than just a dog.
To start a family and continue our names pretty much. I promise her she'll have a good life.